Hello, Trucker Todd here. I'm currently in the middle of a 34-hour break here at the Detroiter Flying J truck stop here right outside of Detroit. And I've had a lot of people, let me see if I can get the light a little better. Maybe that's better, you can see me a little better. Had a lot of people ask me what it was like to get a truck from Roadrunner Freight and how things have been going. When you start at Roadrunner Freight doing their lease program, they have some options on trucks, Volvos, freight. I don't know if they have Freightliners or not. I know they have Volvos. I asked for an International. As you guys know, earlier in the year I worked for Trucks for You. I had a brand new or almost new International LT. I really liked that truck for the most part. I had a few issues with the automatic transmission. When you put it in reverse, it would jerk real bad. But the International was very fuel efficient, had tons and tons of storage inside, and the fuel efficiency and the storage are the name of the game when you're leasing a truck or when you're an owner-operator. So anyway, I knew coming into this truck, which my current truck's the 2015 International, it does have the Cummins engine. That was a deal breaker for me. Had it had the Max Force International engine, I would not have taken the truck. So that was one of the questions I asked. This time I opted for the 10-speed manual instead of the automatic, and the truck's been pretty good. But I do want to talk about Lakeside International, which when you lease a International from Roadrunner, you get it from Lakeside International in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I've had a very good experience with these guys. When you get the truck, they tell you if you have any issues in the first 30 days, let us know. We'll work it out with you. And I thought, yeah, everybody says that. Well, my first trip out, very first trip out, after getting an empty, of course, they had me on a load going to Los Angeles. I get about halfway there, the air conditioner goes out. Now again, this isn't Lakeside International's fault. Equipment breaks, stuff goes out. They had no way of knowing the air was going to go out. And I had a few electrical issues. Again, not their fault. I used to sell cars, and I know from those days that you get stuff in and you think, hey, this is great. You even have your mechanics inspect it, and they say, yeah, it's fine. But they miss stuff wears out, that unforeseen things happen, in other words. So I get to Los Angeles, and I contact him. I said, hey, the air conditioner's not working. He's like, great, let's get it fixed. So he called two shops in Los Angeles area, the two that were closest to me. One of them said it'd be a week before they could look at me. One of them said they could probably look at me the next day, but they didn't know when they could fix it. It could be a week before they could fix it. I, not even have gotten my first check from Roadrunner at this point, could not afford to stay in a hotel for a week, and really was needing to be making money. So I said, hey, let's do this. Let's get me to the house, and we'll put it in the shop in Lubbock, and I'll go home, and that way I'm not incurring motel expenses, and we'll go from there. Well, this was around the time of Labor Day, and so I knew I was going to have a weight on my hand by the time I got home. So I put it in the Lubbock shop. They pretty much got everything fixed except the inverter was not working. And so I called my contact there at Lakeside International before I went to the shop, and he said, yeah, the way this works, you go in there, tell them what's wrong with it, and I pay for it. I said, great. So I went in there and told them, and they did. Lakeside kept their word. They paid for everything. I have another video about the shop. I wasn't as impressed with the shop, but again, that's not Lakeside's fault. $26.55 or $33, a little over $2,600 they paid in Lubbock to get the air working, and it's been 3 weeks since then or so. The air's still working great. So anyway, last week I finally got back to Milwaukee. Now here at this point we're a little over the 30-day mark, and I'm going to do a separate video on Roadrunner here real soon where I'll talk about them. This is more specifically about the truck buying experience and my opinion about Lakeside International in Milwaukee. So I finally get to Milwaukee. At this point I've got some new issues. I've got some motor mounts that are broke. My alignment's out. It's pulling to the right really hard. The inverter is still not fixed, and my washer fluid's not spraying. Now I took a toothpick and poked down in the little nozzles and tried to see if there was any obstructions in there, and I couldn't get them to work. So when I tell them about this, they say, we'll definitely fix the inverter because we told you we would, and we'll probably fix the washer nozzles, but the inverter and the alignment's probably going to be on you. At this point, I'll admit I was a little disappointed in that, but I said, all right, let's get it done. So I was supposed to go in on a Wednesday morning, but I was able to deliver my load early on Monday evening, well, Monday night, like 11 p.m. or something. And so I emailed them. I was like, hey, I can come in Tuesday if you want. I got delivered early. And they said, it's probably going to be 3 p.m. on Tuesday before we can look at you. I said, that's fine, I'll take it. So on top of everything else, they took me early when I got there, and I appreciated that. Now a little after midnight, say 1:30 in the morning, they had me finished, so I also appreciated that. So I went ahead, and from there I went to a Walmart and took a break, and then I got a load out the next day. But the thing I want to say about Lakeside International in Milwaukee is they ended up paying all that repair bill, even though they told me they were going to bill me for some of it. And so my experience with them has been they are definitely an honest company that keeps their word and oftentimes exceeds their word and does more than what they'll tell you they will. So I do give them a great recommendation. If any of you are looking to buy an international truck, new or used, I don't know if they sell any other brands new or used or not, I would definitely encourage giving them a call. If you want to speak to my specific salesperson, send me a private email and I'll give you his contact information. But my experience with them is they've been very honest and straightforward, and they've done not only what they said they would do, but they've actually done more than what they've agreed to do. And so they just seem like a great company. And I was real glad to do this video because a lot of companies that I've done videos on lately have been very negative, and it's always good when I can do a positive video about a company. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that when I release the video on Roadrunner, you can see how my first 30 days has gone there. You're not going to want to miss it. So have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, see ya. Bye.